observation or kind of a philosophy on this that sometimes we're perceived as the expert. We're very successful in our industry, and some people think, oh, he or she would never want to come speak here, or you think, oh, there's only 20 people there. I don't want to waste my time. I make $300 an hour, and I'm going to go speak for free. Come on. If you're truly committed to using what we call microphone marketing, to becoming a business speaker, to use this as a tool, a marketing tool to build your business, I'm going to give you the advice to say, don't be too proud to speak. Now, I'm not suggesting don't run your business and get so in love with this concept that you don't do what really drives revenue, because this is one of your hooks in the water. But it's easy to start thinking, oh, I'm going to just cherry pick these certain things. You really want to get out there and get as much exposure as you can, because the next speaking engagement will probably come from somebody sitting in that room. When we do a great job, the rest takes care of itself, right? The rest takes care of itself. So just a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, speak everywhere. Speak everywhere. Don't prejudge. Just in the beginning especially, don't be too proud to take an opportunity that's, maybe it's not the perfect fit, or maybe it's not at the nicest location, or maybe it's not the biggest room, or maybe that there's probably not a lot of client options there. You never know who's in the room. My speaking engagement, my first time I got booked at Intel, was the result of me speaking in front of a room of 9 people at a Toastmasters meeting. Guys, you don't know who's in the room. To this day, I get calls of people trying to figure out how I got into Intel. I mean, we just can't be too proud to speak. So speak everywhere and be great. Be great. And we'll talk about that at the end. Speak for free. Speak for free. Most of you haven't even thought about getting paid. Some of you are too worried about getting paid, right? But I want you to remember that it's never free. If you do a great job, you're going to position yourself to acquire clients, to build your database, to build your brand, to sell product or services. What's one client worth to you? Maybe it's $100, maybe it's $1,000. Maybe it's $5,000. I don't know. That's not a bad speaking fee, right? So you're never really free, but you just got to take the opportunities that make sense, right? That are already there in the room. Take the opportunities to get out and speak where you think, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I think I can help this audience, and I think there's a reasonable expectation that somebody might find me helpful in their business or in their life. So don't be afraid to speak for free, because it's never for free. You always can find ways to generate revenue, and I'm going to share some examples of that. Groups and clubs, we're going to talk a little bit about this, but if you need a place to go, there's places like Toastmasters or our Business Speakers Network. And now that we're national with our webinars, you can join these groups for free. There's meetup groups, and you can go practice at these places. It's a great place to do it. Don't be too proud to go out and practice at some of these clubs. We're happy to help you. That's the whole purpose behind putting together these speaker clubs. Number 4 is speak local. You can think global. I want to go speak all over the country, but you know what? Your abundance of your opportunities are going to be local, because that's probably where you've built your brand. Now, that's not true for everybody. I know there's a lot of national, international online marketers that are going to get this, and that's great. But don't be afraid to start locally. It makes it easier for logistics. You start to develop that reputation, and it really, heck, from a travel standpoint, in the beginning, traveling the world speaking sounds like a whole lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So stay close to home, stay close to business, so you can keep doing what really makes the money for you. Number 5 is volunteer. There's a lot of ways you can get out and speak. Some of these are just, volunteering in a committee or an organization you belong to. Maybe you're on a nonprofit board and just offering to lead the meetings, run the meetings, MC at events, do some community outreach, be a spokesperson. Anytime you get the opportunity to plant your feet in front of the room and talk with them, those are reps, that's practice, that's repetitions that are going to help you become better. And you never know what opportunities are going to come from that. And then number 6, I mentioned it earlier, be great. Wow, one of the best things you can do to get booked is to speak everywhere you can and be great every single time. It's the most effective way of getting your next opportunity. So make that impact. Take it seriously. I'll never forget referring somebody I know that's an expert and a pretty good speaker. And they showed up to the events, just kind of casual and cocky, like, well, it's not a big deal. There's not a lot of people. And you know what? The person running the event called me out on it. And it made me look bad because they really didn't take the opportunity seriously. So don't forget that 95% of those opportunities are going to come by way of referral, right? So be great every time. You never know who's in that audience that needs you, needs to hear what you have to say, but also might need to work with you afterwards. So do a great job every single time out, regardless of the size or the location.